There are three general types of claims. The first is a claim of fact. And claims of fact look at issues of whether something exists, whether it occurred, whether it will or will not occur, whether it's true, and they also look at cause-effect relationships. If you think back to January 14 when places like Chicago and Minnesota and parts of the East Coast were getting that really, really cold weather, and meteorologists were trying to find explanations for what was causing that, there were a lot of claims of fact related to that event. Not all of those claims ended up explaining or actually being true, but they were still claims of fact because they were addressing the cause aspect related to the extreme cold that people were experiencing. The second type of claim is a claim of value. And with a claim of value, we move from discussing whether something exists or what caused it to whether it's good or bad, whether it's right or wrong, whether it's moral or immoral. So an example here would be to claim that it's unjust to hold someone accountable for something that happened that they may have been involved with, but that they didn't have any control over. So that's a claim of value. And then the third type of claim is a claim of policy. And this simply is the proposing of an action. The action is often related to solving a problem, but it only has to involve some sort of action. People tend to hear the word policy and think political policy or legislation. And while legislation is a claim of policy, you don't have to necessarily be proposing legislation in order to make a policy claim. For example, to say, we should go have pizza tonight, is actually a policy claim because it's focused on an action of going to get pizza. If you think about these different types of claims, they really do build off of each other in many ways. We often talk about whether something exists, and then move into a discussion of whether it's good or bad, and then the existence of something can create a problem that we need to propose an action in order to solve.